and this is a small thing that I've made for to just segregate all the tasks we're left with, and we're gonna do that really quickly. So make sure you catch up. Okay, so here we have got changing the screen. We've got all the functions. So these are the things we've done. There are many things that are left. So basically we have the keyboard arguments, correct or wrong answers, the score thing, the variables. There are going to be variables in this thing, and there is going to be copy and paste, because once we make a series of two questions, we're going to copy that thing and gonna paste it as many questions have as you have, and questions working properly. We're gonna see that, we're gonna check that, we're gonna debug it, and we're gonna place a tick as soon as we do that. So here, right here, this is how a code looks like right now. I'm gonna check it and run it, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like right now. So basically, okay, so here is some text. There's a black screen, and there's a thing saying click the button below, and we're gonna click the button, and then there is a question appearing on the screen with some text and options, and please tap the key of the answer option chosen or whatever. And then there's 1 2 3 4, and these are the options available. And last session I was not quite sure about the answer, but today I am. That the answer was 64. So I'm gonna go inside my main game loop just right here. Here there's some draw text. This was the starting of the screen. Let's comment it, so whenever you go ahead and see this code, you understand. Start screen. Okay, so this is how it works. Just a pro tip, use comments wherever you don't understand things. And here on button click, there is a change screen, and basically that is how it works. Now these options are really wrong, because I was not sure, quite sure about the correct answer. I'm gonna give the second option a correct answer of 64. That was the correct answer. Here I'm gonna give some manipulative options, some other numbers that are not really right. So this is how it all goes around. And here uh, that's how it basically works. So after we've done the change screen thing, we've blended all the text on my triangle at the specific position. We've got the draw the options thing, and then we have got the text things. Now we gotta update this thing, because we're gonna mm, update this really quickly, so that oh, okay, so this is required, so make sure you do that. Next, we're gonna capture the keyboard arguments. Let's see how it works. So we're gonna use a for loop, and let's see for event, of course, because that's an event in pygame dot event dot get. This is a function, and here we're gonna write some more code. If event dot type is equals to pygame dot key down, you've learned that, so don't act as you don't know anything. So after this thing, we're gonna say if event dot key is equal to pygame dot. Okay, so here above, just a second, this is the correct answer. That is just a second, I'm gonna drink some water. Okay, so we got the second option as the correct option. So if even the key is equals to pygame underscore k2, so I'm just gonna go or to k2, and if this is it, then basically we're gonna show a thing that says correct answer. But before that, we have to update the score value, because for every right answer you get a point. Now what is a score? The score thing here, the score is defined as 0, and here it is 1. So whatever the score is, there's gonna be 1 added to it. And then we've got another thing defined here. So But we're gonna define a variable here that has the value of 100. Now I'm gonna tell you why we did that. Now here, this is for the correct answer, because if the key is 3, yeah, what is it, 2, so only if the key is 2, then it will be considered as the correct answer, else it's going to be considered wrong. So we can write a else statement below the if thing, and that is going to decide what to do if the answer is a wrong one. So before that, let's see how this works. So if that there is a key 2 being pressed, you know, we're gonna show something like highlight, you know, correct answer, saying correct answer in green text or whatever text you prefer. I'm gonna go with green. Hopefully, I don't know how it's gonna look like on the blue screen, but that's what it's gonna look like. So that's why we're doing this. So while weight is not equals to 100, sorry, it's already 100. I'm gonna specify it as 0. While weight is equal to 0, we're gonna write something like we're gonna draw some text onto the screen. Okay, so here above here, I'm gonna show you the draw text function, which draws a particular text at some position onto the screen. So that's what we're basically gonna do here. So this is gonna be draw for text. Here there's going to be the text. Now the text is going to be correct answer because the user has answered the question correct. So we're going to say that correct answer, something like that. We're going to give a comma. We're going to pass another argument. This is going to be the text size here. So basically the size is going to be 30 for me, works best for me. According to your resolution or whatever, you can go on and experiment with it. Now we got the x and y values and then the color. So the x and y values here are gonna be, let's try that with 300 and 700. I'm not sure if these things are right. And here is the color. Once we get these right, we're gonna just copy and paste, whatever. And here we got something like color. So what color is gonna be? I think it's gonna be a green one. So I'm just gonna write green. So green, here it is. Next, after below the draw text thing, after everything is done, we're gonna write some code for sleeping the time. So here comes another library. Here jumps another one that is named as time. Now this is inbuilt. You don't need to download. It comes with Python. So import time. We're gonna write a simple statement just like that. It has a function named sleep. So we're gonna use that time.sleep. We're gonna figure out how many seconds we're gonna sleep. So we're gonna sleep for 0.01 seconds. These are the values for how much time that correct answer text will appear on the screen as soon as the weight value becomes 0. uh, it will disappear because the while thing is not true anymore. So that's how it basically works. Now here we're gonna decrease the value of weight because else it is gonna move on forever. So we're gonna decrease it by 1 every time you go through this loop. And next we're gonna update this. Of course we're gonna update this. So we're gonna say pygame dot display, oh, display dot update. So this is gonna update the whole thing. So this is how basically it works. Next, okay, let's see whatever we have written. How does it work? So first, here is the start quiz button. I'm gonna write the correct answer, and where is it appearing? Taking the keyword arguments. Okay, there's some problem with this thing. Let us check it out. So we got two display statements just right there. So maybe we can increase the number of statements so that it has something to do. um, there was no error, so that means we're going wrong, let's just change the options. It's gonna be 64 here. Let's see if key 3 works. Just gonna make sure if that works. So here it's gonna press K3, and just gonna recheck this. It's pretty fine. It should work. Like, yes, it should work. And now what happens after c is equal to 0? So if c is equals to 0, after that, what is gonna happen? So we're gonna define that inside here. So if c is equals to 0, so if c is equals to 0 at any time, I'm gonna change the screen because that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna push in the screen thing. So I'm gonna push in the screen. What else does it need? Screen, question, color, and x and y. So let's say the question is gonna be xyz for now. I'm just testing it, and the color is gonna be let's say it's gonna be black, and the x and y values, let's put them 100. So that is how it is gonna work. Now I'm pretty sure we're gonna do if on button click is true. Now everything here is inside of this if on button click is true. So we, okay, what is C here? It's wait. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and give it a check. If on button click is okay, so we're gonna say n2. We're gonna define another variable n2 that is true. I'm gonna define on button click as false. So this will hopefully change the screen. I'm gonna update it. Okay, so we're gonna update this screen by game dot. I should write this again and again and again. Just copy and paste this. So hopefully this works. I'm gonna click this button. I'm gonna say 3. Okay, there was something happening, but I didn't quite catch it. So where are we missing out on? So here, let's do this from the side. Instead of draw text, maybe this is taking some time space complexity. So we're gonna say pygame dot font. Let's try it that way because that's how I wrote it originally. So free sans bold dot ttf. I'm gonna write it something like that. Okay, there's another argument that's required. It's gonna be 30. The d is t dot render. Okay, that's a function. I'm gonna write some text saying correct answer. It's gonna just working with this. It's true, and then it's a color of green. So here I think before we didn't specify it inside a tuple, and now we've done that. So hopefully this works. I'm gonna write screen dot blit. It's gonna blit d at hopefully we're gonna do that on 500 because I think it'll be visible there. Okay, so this looks good, and score after weight is set to 100, and while weight is equals to 0, it's not equals to 0 if okay, After that, the time is gonna be sleeping for 0.01 seconds. Then wait is gonna be minus equals. And then there's the bragging dot display dot update thing. And then we gotta give a space here. If weight is equals to 0. Mm-hmm. Okay. So okay. Let's see if this works right now. Else we've gotta to. Okay. This button works properly if it's 3. Okay. Oh wow. How awesome. Okay. So that was a sign of motivation, of course. I'm gonna give it something like I'm gonna change the x-axis to 400 or maybe even 300. I don't actually trust this thing. Okay, I'm gonna give it as 3. Awesome. Okay, now I know what I have to do. Okay, I'm gonna give it as 100. I don't even care about that. And then I'm just gonna lower it down a little bit, so hopefully 700 would work. So here we're gonna go. I'm gonna press 3. Oh, what was the correct answer? Okay, though basically the screen is, the text is out of the screen. I thought it was like 900 pixels, so it's gonna run this. So obvious. Okay, it's here. I think it was quite good before, so it's gonna see it. Okay, awesome. So it's gonna be like this, and it's returning to the main screen. You see, so here, uh, we're gonna say like, okay, okay. So here, mm, what was I seeing till now? Okay, so okay, that was how it was working. Now, for any other yes, for any other thing, if the user presses any other key other than the third one, then we gotta say there's a wrong answer, and then we're gonna push it to the next one, next question, of course. So after the wait is over, awesome. Now, if c is equal to 0, we've done that. Pygin display dot update, and here make sure you catch the indentation here. So it was inside this thing. It's inside the key down, but it's been it says elif. You've learned elif event dot key is not equals to 0. Now it can be anything, right? So we're gonna say if it's not equals to 0, then we're gonna do something. If we're gonna say is equals to, then there are endless number of keys you'll have to specify. And basically, okay. So now we're gonna repeat the same thing again, because even if the answer is wrong, you have to repeat the whole thing for the wrong answer. So I'm gonna just copy this thing. There's a lot of copying stuff going on, so make sure you know it. Just gonna copy this, just gonna paste it just right here. Okay, so instead of wait, just as we know, wait 2. So I'm gonna replace wait by wait 2, so that we know it's working for the negative ones. So wait 2. Awesome. Next, there is a screen which is gonna appear. Hopefully it does. I'm not sure because we will have to look at that, of course. And then um okay, let's see if this works. Of course it doesn't, but hopefully it works. Now I'm gonna write the correct answer, and then it's gonna take me to start quiz again. I'm gonna write the correct answer. Okay, I didn't replace the correct answer text by the wrong answer one. So instead of this correct, I'm gonna write it as the wrong thing. And then the text is gonna be red instead of green. So I'm just gonna run this, and boom, we got the wrong answer also. So now the only problem here is that okay, so when you press 3 is the correct answer. When you press any other key, even if it's a letter, then it's a wrong answer. Okay, so you can just replace that position of the correct or the wrong answer text. So that's all, for now at least. Okay, we're like, what the heck? We're 20 minutes in and we're doing this. Okay, so basically I'm gonna real quick, now what's gonna happen is this. Okay, okay, so this n2 is gonna be true, and unbutton click is gonna be false. So we're gonna define another variable here, n2, which is by default false. Now, if n2 is equals to true, then we're gonna just copy this whole thing. Now, this part which I'm copying includes the whole question. So I'm just gonna copy this just right there. Go below. Just gonna make sure the indentation is good. Instead, just inside of the while loop, I'm gonna make sure because it's gonna. Oh, boom! You just saw it. What happened? Okay, so if on button click instead of on button click, I'm gonna give it as n2. Now here you don't need to change the screen, but let's see how it goes. So basically we got the first question in, and I've got a list of questions, a triangle one. Now the next one is gonna be the cube one. I'm just gonna show you the logic real quick. So basically 4 plus 4 plus 4, that's gonna be 12, plus 3 plus 3, that's 6, that's 18, and then there's 2, so that's 20. But make sure you see the whole thing. You have to make a cube, not a cuboid. Here there is 5, there the length is 5, the breadth is 5, the height is 4. You're gonna make it 5, so you're gonna add an extra layer of cubes over that. So 20 plus 25, that's gonna be the 45. So the answer is gonna be 45. That's it. So instead of here, I'm gonna say how many cubes are, instead of triangles, I'm gonna write cubes are required, is the spelling correct, to the make a big one. Okay, I'm just gonna let the text be as it is. Instead of this image, I'm gonna go ahead to put the cube image. Hopefully there is a cube image, and here I'm gonna give the options as 20, 30. It's 64. Instead of 64, I'm gonna give it 40, or else I'm gonna give it 45. Okay, now here this text is gonna remain the same. Now the correct answer in this case is fourth one. So we're just gonna, instead of this, I'm gonna give it as fourth one. The whole thing is gonna be the same. Basically it's gonna be the same. Now n2 is gonna be false here. We're gonna change this value, false. Okay, and there's going to be another variable that is n3, that is going to be true. So, and even if the wrong answer here, we're going to give it as k4. And okay, v2 is going to be the same thing overall. It's gonna, okay, n2, I'm gonna do this with n3. It's gonna be true, this is gonna be false, and that's how you copy paste the questions. So let's see this thing of two questions. Does it work? So I'm gonna write this. Let's give it a correct answer. Okay, awesome. So I know the options are overlapping. We're gonna make that good, short in a second. So I'm gonna put this option, and I'm gonna say option 4. Awesome, there's a correct answer. Now I'm gonna write this as a wrong answer. I'm gonna press 1, wrong answer. Here I'm gonna press another answer. So basically that is how it works. Awesome. We're making some progress, boy. Oh, okay. So here are the set of variables. And now we got 8 questions for this thing, so I'm gonna keep it as false. And I'm just gonna copy this. Now paste this for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And why didn't I copy the whole thing? Kind of stupid. Copy. And just paste it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now instead of 3, we're gonna write 4. We have 5. These are variables 6, 7, 8, and 9. Fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I don't think I need the last one. Awesome. So that's how it works. Basically, the cube here. I'm just gonna place it at some good point. Maybe we can just yes, put down the options. So the we're gonna options. So there's gonna be the x values. So if I'm gonna run this, I'm gonna see how that looks. What we have to do basically. If we're just gonna pull down the y values basically because, or maybe we can resize the cube. Not a bad choice. And this question is gonna go a little bit to the left. This is a bug. You don't. Okay, I'm gonna solve that one also. So here x1 y1 x2 y2 here below the cube thing. Okay, how many cubes? Okay, awesome. Here there are x1, so we gotta reduce the y values basically. Or let's say we're gonna transform the cube, we're gonna change the size of the cube itself. There's a lot of stuff. Let's copy this particular thing. Just gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste it. I'm gonna say, instead of miter, I'm gonna say it cube is equals to here I'm gonna say it as cube. Okay, it's cube. Awesome. And that's how it basically works. Awesome. Hopefully the cube size is a little bit smaller than it used to be. Yes, now it's perfect. Now there's just the thing of the question. So gonna go around to the question value. Where is it displayed? Draw text. How many cubes are required? Okay. Okay, here we got the x value to be a little bit to the left side. That was the x one. So gonna make sure we're gonna. Okay, so maybe we can just reduce the text size. What do you think? Um, okay, so there's no text size here. So, how many cubes are required to make the big one? So the question is already inside. So, maybe we can shift it to a little bit more. See, I have given a fixed value of the font size here. You can make sure you adjust it. Okay, so maybe we can make this in a 2 lines, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna basically go under the change screen function. I'm gonna reduce the question size a little bit. Here it's 30. I'm gonna give it a size of 25. Hopefully that will work. Okay, wrong answer, of course. That's okay. Okay, that's awesome. So the questions are working properly. For 30 minutes in, it's got more 30 minutes to wrap this up. Okay, so we just forgot about this thing. It's gonna put a tick in front of everything. The questions are working properly. Of course they are. Gonna paste a tick mark just like that. Copy and paste. No, that's left. All the variables, yes, they are set. So I'm just gonna give it a good one. Okay, correct and wrong answers. Yes, we've done that. So I'm gonna give in another one. Keyboard arguments. Yes, we're done with them. Okay. we're in. It looks lovely when you slide it, Okay. Okay, I've completed a lot of things. You just gotta copy and paste and showing and updating Discord. Those are the only two things left. And we're gonna wrap this up as soon as possible. So, okay, so the cube thing is in and we got the correct and wrong answer. I'm just gonna copy and paste this again. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it, like 8 times. Now, these were some questions with images. Now there are text questions too. I'm gonna show you how they'll work. Good success, baby. Awesome. We're gonna go ahead on to N3. We're gonna replace this with N3. Now I'm just gonna see my list of questions real quick. Um, yeah, there's a cube done. The cube done. Let me just tick off all the things. So the cube thing is completed. Awesome. We can just cut off that. We got the triangle one done, and we got more, things left. So basically, we'll put a text question here, a series one. There's a series, and we're gonna give, yes. So instead of this, we're gonna write complete the no. Yes, complete the series. And I'll give that with a blue one. Hopefully, I'm gonna give it a good value so that, oh, let that be 50, you don't have to worry about that one. Awesome. Next one, here we got the cube. We don't want the image here, so we can remove this particular statement saying, okay. Now here we got to draw some text because that's a text question. So I'm just gonna copy this particular statement. I'm just gonna copy this. Just gonna put it just right there. I'm gonna paste it just like that and draw text. I'm gonna draw something like this. Watch carefully. Okay. So there's 8. The first number is 8. I'm gonna equal to and the sign. That's gonna work. It's gonna be 15. It's gonna be an equal to and this sign. After that, we got 28. 28. We got this sign. I'll tell you the logic how everything works. We got 53. We got it. Something like this. We got 102. We got an equals to, and then we got a question mark. That's the question. What is the missing number? Okay, here basically this is gonna be in which color do you want to pick? Maybe gray would work. Okay, let's see what happens. I don't next here there are x and y coordinates. That was the size and then the x and y coordinates. So let's see how this hopefully works. To Yeah, this is the hard part. You string through all the questions. Okay, so this text is invisible. Is it even there? Or there's a complete the series thing, but the gray text is not visible, of course. So where is it? Here, maybe we didn't update it, and that's why it's gonna give. Okay, we have updated it. Maybe the color doesn't suit it, so I'm gonna give it a solid black color. Okay, we're quite behind, so hopefully this will work. Okay, the text size. Let's keep it correct. Yeah, I don't wanna. I'm just gonna give it 200 and 200, so that at least it's visible onto the screen whatever is going on. So okay, it's 6:4, and okay, that was visible, of course. So now I'm not going into much deep. You can customize the place of the questions, but still I'm gonna pull down the x value a little bit because I like to do 75. Here we go, 75. What's that? Okay, awesome. Now I'm not gonna go into much trial and error. It's gonna go into the right answer. So I'm just gonna show the options as so the yeah, I'm gonna explain you the logic behind this thing. So it's gonna be done one. Okay, there's a wrong answer, another wrong answer. Awesome. Now here it's 8 15 28 98 15 28, and then there is 53 and 102. So the starting is 8, let it be 8. Now we're gonna multiply 8 by 2 and we're gonna subtract 1 from it. So 8 into 2 16 minus 1, that's 15. Now we're gonna multiply 15 and by 2 and we're gonna subtract 2 from it because there's no because in this, but the value that you subtract keeps on increasing with each term. So after 28, you gotta multiply 28 by 2. That's gonna be what's that now? 56, is it? Um, Let me multiply 28 by 2. 28 by 2, 16, 1. Um, yeah, that's 56. So 28 multiplied by 2, that's 56. We're gonna subtract 3 from this time. So it's gonna be 53. We're gonna multiply 52 by 2. We're gonna get this as 106. We're gonna subtract 4 from it this time. We're gonna multiply 102 by 2. That's gonna give us 204. And we're gonna subtract 5. So the correct answer is gonna be 199. Just gonna close this just right there. So we're gonna give a set of answers. It's gonna be 200. Now you can customize these questions as you want. It's gonna go with anything. So it's gonna say here the option 2 is correct again. It's gonna say this is gonna be 201 and then it's gonna be 99. And the right answer is option 2 here. So here we're gonna replace it with 2. This is gonna okay, we're gonna replace this instead of n2 we're gonna write n3 is false and n4 is true. So oh yeah, that's what it's all about. Something's gonna be false and unfortunately true, of course. Yes. Now we're gonna what we're gonna do now, we're gonna see if it's not 2, then we're gonna wait, and then we're gonna exchange this by n3, and then we're gonna do now by n4. Now if n4 is, now let's see if it works. So I'm gonna rush through the questions real quick. Now the correct answer is 2, so that's a correct answer. And then back to the starting screen, of course. So here, okay, this working totally fine, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and paste this. Now as I go, I'm gonna tell you what the logic is behind the questions and what is going on. Okay, so here after m4 is true, we're gonna paste this piece of code in. If n4 is true, I'm just gonna give it a question one, image question. How many rectang okay rectangles are there in a chess board? That's pretty hard one. I know you're not gonna sit and count the number of rectangles, but just for the sake of question. Okay, here the right answer is 1296, 1296. Now give it as 2000 in this one. I'm gonna keep the third option correct, 1296, and then I'm gonna give it 1500. That's how it's gonna work. Now here we got a blit image, of course, because that's the chessboard one. Screen.blit, we're gonna give it a chess image at hopefully at 200 and 200. Oh, just a comma. Hopefully that works. Now, here, if the correct answer is the third one, so I'm gonna replace this by 3. I'm just gonna keep the n fourth true, and there's gonna be 5. Next, we're gonna keep um this is gonna be 3 right there, and then we're gonna keep 4 and 5. Oh, that's pretty much a lot of work. Now, I'm not gonna, play this game every time I add a question. So what I'm gonna do, okay, this is pretty sick. Um, we need to pull down the x-axis a little bit, and then we're gonna keep it. Okay, just look at that dirt. That's all around. So, okay, you can put the questions as you wish, but x1, then there's the y1, so I'm gonna pull down the excess 50. X1s are gonna be the same, so I'm gonna keep them 50. Gonna be 50. I'm just gonna be 50 again. Hopefully this is visible, and this is too much, the size of the chessboard. I'm just gonna lower that down a little bit. Chess thing, where is it? Okay, 400, 400 instead of 400, 400. I'm gonna give it that size of 200, 200. Hopefully that works. Now the place that we're gonna bleed the image. Sorry. Okay, here. Now this is a long piece of code, so make sure you maintain proper. Oh, what am I writing? Indentation is very, very important here, so that's how it basically works. And hopefully we'll arrange the questions. Oh, okay, this is hopefully arranged. Now, to the fifth one. I'm gonna keep 5 questions. If time permits, we're gonna jump to 8. So here, this is probably the best session ever. Okay, where are we now? Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna pull back. What am I doing? What am I really doing? So here's the thing. I'm gonna pull this down. This text is gonna be a little bit towards the left side. Now there's gonna be 100. So this is the last time I'm running it. I'm gonna put some bunch of questions once, like everything at once, and then we're gonna look at the game, and then we're gonna make the necessary changes. So here, I'm just gonna copy this again, copying and pasting. That's a lot of work still. Okay, okay. So N4. Okay, got that. I'm just gonna copy this. Is this? Question of God is a series one on again, but here I'm gonna I'd like to put mathematical question because there's a draw a line thing here. I'm gonna show you what I exactly mean. So here the question is gonna say just one word that's gonna be solve. Capital awesome. We don't want any image onto the screen. Oh yeah, but we do require some text. So I'm just gonna copy this particular thing right here. I'm gonna copy this and paste it right there. I'm just gonna give it something like this. Now this is a question, pretty easy one. So it's gonna be 20 minus, it's gonna be 10 minus, it's gonna be the back bracket, it's gonna be 7 minus 5 minus minus 3, and okay, I'm gonna give this, this, and this. Hopefully that will work. Now here I'm gonna give a little bit, no space needed. So I'm gonna give a bar about 5 and 3. Hopefully I've learned that in arithmetic. That basically tells you that you have to solve this part of the question first. So you've learned about how to draw a line in yes, you've learned about how you can draw a line onto the screen. So basically that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm just gonna say pygame dot draw dot line. Okay, and here I'm gonna give the arguments onto the screen. Of course, I'm just gonna keep it of blue color. There's gonna be blue. Just in case you miss it, I'm gonna give it inside like brackets, parentheses. Next, what we got is the x and y coordinates, the starting point and the ending point. But with that thing, so the x-axis is going to be the same, only the y-axis is going to be the same, the x-axis is going to change. So let's keep it as 100 and 100, and then we're going to say the x-axis, and the x-axis is going to say 150 and 100. And then there's a thickness. I'm going to give it 5, the thickness of the line. So before that, I'm gonna specify the options as 12. I'm gonna write it as 11. The correct option is 10. Not the option, but the answer. First, I'm gonna write this as 10. So hopefully this will work. And the correct option is the fourth one. I'm gonna go with this. A4, of course. Now here, 5 is gonna be false and 6 is gonna be true. And okay, here it's gonna be 4 again. Now 5 is gonna be true and 6 is gonna be false. That's gonna be false and 7 is true, the other way around. And quite exhausted, you know. Okay, so this is gonna be the correct answer. How about this? Solve. The text is now visible. Okay, it's down here. Blumping. And the line, where is it? The line which I yo, the screen is black and the line is blue, the screen is blue and the line is blue. So how is it supposed to work? What a sick child am I. I am, sorry. So I keep it black. Awesome. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and change the coordinates of this thing. So sick of it. Why would it work? Mm-hmm. Okay, how much time do we have left? Because we have to, go through the score. This is the last question. Hopefully we're to win. No more further questions. If they're just like a type, a type of these type of questions only, so we don't need to worry about them. So here we've got 600. What in the world is 600? The y-axis, how is it supposed to appear? Or full, a lot of syntax. What's the correct answer to this one? I believe it's 4. And to this one, I believe it's the second one. Hopefully it's the third one again. Awesome. Now look at that line. Look where it's going. And why do you need a question mark of this solve? So I'm just gonna keep this line over here. It's gonna be quite small. So okay, so let's remove this question mark. So there, I'm gonna here. Just gonna apply a little bit of brain. I don't have much, but still. Here, the x and y is 400 and how much is that? 300, 40 and 300. Sorry, and here, the draw line function. Now the starting point should be around 40 and 300. Of course, not no. It has to be at least 200 at the y-axis. So at least we can say that is 250. Now go ahead and what I'm gonna do really is I'm gonna keep the x-axis a little bit forward, of course, because you need that. We keep it 200, 200. Let's see what happens. Here I will 200, 250. Now, of course, it's not gonna start and end at the same point. I'm gonna go ahead to the y-axis. What is this? So I'm gonna go and increase the x thing. X axis. So it's gonna be 250, 250. Hopefully it's gonna work for me. Start the quiz. Okay, go quick. We got very less time, you know. Okay, and boom, it's chilling. Okay, so we're gonna bring the y-axis down a little bit and the x-axis more. And now you must have noticed this is not really working, you know. When you quit during a question, it should work. You know, the user should have the ability to quit the game anytime, and that's not happening. So what you're gonna do is basically I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna add a statement of quitting at every single point. Gonna increase the y-axis a little bit. Just gonna wrap this up real quick because things to do. It's gonna save one again. It's gonna press another key and we're gonna press some random stuff going on. Okay, where are you? Are you serious? Like, what the heck? Squid this thing. Just stop. Awesome. Now here we can put a couple of ticks. Of course, the only thing left is the score. Just gonna oh, just gonna paste it. Okay. It's not really important, but what is important is this. So maybe we'll take a little bit of extra time. So just a little bit, you know, 2 to 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. 300 and 150, 300, 200. Oh no, it's I think it's too above. You know, what if you can draw a line? Just gonna try to keep it over that bar. Okay, 150. What can 200? Awesome. Myself. What a bad habit. I've got. The x is the same. The x-axis are the same. How in the world will they appear if the x-axis are the same? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, we're gonna increase the x-axis. There's gonna be a simple little dot if the x-axis are gonna be the same. How stupid of me. Come on, really quick. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it down a little bit and that's it. That's it. Um huh. So a little bit to the downward direction. 300, hopefully that'll work. So that's what you're gonna do with limited time and we got 100,000 things to complete. Okay, hopefully this is good and I don't expect anything much from it. You can spend your time and get things done. You can format them, and now instead of this change screen, let's remove this thing. Okay, here at the last okay, so have you defined it? Like, yes, so this is n5. Now n5 is false and n6 is true, and if n6 is true, now we don't have n6 as anything. We got the last screen, that is the score one. So I'm just gonna real quick delete the n6 things. We're gonna say it's the score screen, which is gonna show the score of the player. Really quick, go down here. I'm just gonna say score underscore screen is true. I'm gonna copy this. I'm just gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, awesome. Now okay, we're too fast. It's gonna be copying this. I'm gonna paste it just right there. I'll just we got pasted. Okay, if score screen is equals to true, what you gotta do is you don't show any fancy text or something like that. We're gonna really go ahead and use the draw text. Now what the text is gonna be is basically a string, a string. What is that method to convert anything to a string? So a string of the score thing. So the score is variable right now. I'm gonna add something to this. Now this was out of 9, so this out of 5, of course. Now this is out of 5 because there were 5 questions, of course. And then I was gonna say what was that now? No, draw text. How many times have I used it? I don't know. Now text. What the heck? Text, and there's gonna be the size and x and y axis and color. So text was the size. Was the size? Come on, tell me the size. I'll give it a little bit of good color. A blue one, not a blue one. Sorry. I'm gonna share this thing at 300. Okay, and then I'm gonna give the color. Let's say black screen. Okay, control black. No, we're gonna give that a blue color on a black screen. So I want a black screen. How should I do that? I'm just gonna show you how it really works. I'm gonna give a comment. I'm gonna paste this just as to save it. I'm just gonna go and change screen. What was that now? Again, change screen. The text that should appear. What is text now? The color of the screen and the place of the text. So the color. Okay, let's see what is from there. So here the last one. I'm gonna show you. Okay, now I'm gonna fill that with black color. So basically, you don't need to change the screen, of course. So here, what I'm gonna do now, there is no next question after the score screen. So I'm gonna uh, uh, wrap this down just like that. How easy was it? The score screen is equals to 2. I'm gonna fill the screen with a solid black color again. Okay, screen again. Okay, now I don't need a change screen thing. No more. Now Pygames are displayed the update for sure. Okay, are we out of time now? Okay, there's 1 minute left. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. After that fill screen, we got this thing, the text. Gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste this just right there. Gonna keep that electric blue, the color of the thing. And then, okay, what's after that? Nothing much really, but basically, draw texting. Okay, awesome. Now you might see the thing doesn't end when in between one of the question. If you're going on a question and you press the X button at the top, the thing doesn't really end. So how can you resolve this? It's really simple. Um, Here, in line with for events in pygame.event.get. So on button click, starting with this. This is the level of indentation you're gonna follow all the way right around here. It's gonna say this is gonna be entering. How many indents are there? One and then two. Okay, so we got inside the while loop, inside the question. Okay, so I hope this is in line with this thing. Now inside of this, if event dot type is equals to by game dot quit, really quick, I'm just gonna say by game dot quit and quit. So I'm gonna copy this, I'm gonna paste it wherever needed. So this, how many indents are there? Okay, there's a small line which is gonna show me the indents. Again, one inside the while loop, inside the question, inside the for loop. Paste it. Simple as that. So here again, okay, what was that now? One, two, for loop, paste it. You know, there should be this amount of space. How much is that? One and two. Hopefully there are two indents. So okay, one, two, I'm gonna paste it. Paste it. So hopefully this one, two, three, four indents. One inside the while loop, inside the question, inside the for loop. Okay, so no, why did I do that again? Question. Why am I suck at this. Inside the while loop, inside the question, inside the for loop. I'm gonna paste it. Now and find the last one. Inside the while loop, inside the question, inside the for loop. It's really harassing. And now here, just gonna paste it again. But this time, for events, there's gonna be with an extra indent. So 1, 2, 3, 4. For event in pygame.event.get, it's something like this. Okay, I'm gonna update this again and again. Hopefully the score is visible at last. So I'm just gonna make sure if that thing works. So if I start a question, I answer a question, and there I'm in the middle of a question, I'm gonna cut this. Okay, it ends. Congratulations. Now I'm just gonna check my score. Here, I'm just gonna press T. Okay, that's one. Okay, it's one. One again. You know, total score is one. Okay, two. Two correct answers. And hopefully I'll write the correct answer to this one. Three. Awesome. 3 out of 5. Awesome. So this is how it works. Congratulations. Now I would like to add something here. String of score. Now this is gonna be something like this. Your score, and then it's gonna be something like this. That would appear really pretty. I'm gonna get 5 out of 5 and wrap this up really quickly. So it's gonna get that to the third one. Correct option. The second one, how what was that now? Okay, two correct option. Two. This was second. The correct answer. Awesome. Three. Now the correct answer was three again. Four. The last question. This is gonna be four again. So I got a 5 out of 5. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you all of you for joining us in this project. We've completed this. Congratulations. Add as many questions as you want. Now I'm gonna sign off by ticking the last tick, just like that. They awesome. That proud feeling. So all the ticks done. You've completed this project. Congratulations. Just scrape off everything. Now this was 340 lines of code. I'm gonna write congratulations. That's a better thing. Okay, congratulations. Okay, and celebrations. That's too much now. No. So keep coding, and that's it for today. Thank you. I'm just gonna stop sharing this.